Teen Titans is hands down one of the best superhero shows of the 2000s, with its unique storylines, cool action sequences, amazing character development, and some of the most iconic characters that we've ever seen. This show gave us so many unforgettable moments, but not every story had an ending, and some questions were never answered. Even to this day, there are tons of fan theories trying to fill in the blanks. So in this video, we'll be revisiting those unanswered questions, starting with one of the biggest mysteries, Terra's return. Now we all know Terra's story, how she became friends with the Titans and eventually betrayed them when it was revealed that she was working with Slade. But even after everything, she sacrificed herself to stop him, and she saved the Titans, while she turned into stone in the process. And for a long time, it felt like that was where her story ended, but then she returned. In the series finale, things changed. Terra was back, walking the halls of her old school and living a normal life. And when Beast Boy spotted her, he tried to remind her of who she was, of everything they had been through together. But she denied it, claiming that she didn't remember any of it and wanting to get back to her regular life. Now, at the end of this episode, Beast Boy leaves her alone and lets her enjoy her life. But the question still remains, was this really Terra? Personally, I think so. Being that in the following season, after Terra sacrificed herself, Trigon turned everyone into stone, and after the Titans defeated him, Raven reversed his effect, and I believe in doing that, she was able to free Terra, which led to the events that happened in the series finale. Now, I made a short and a TikTok video talking about this to get people's opinions, and while scrolling through the comments, most people more or less said the same thing, but there was one comment that helped prove that this was really Terra. And after looking at the Teen Titans Go comic issue 51 Metamorphosis, we see Beast Boy return to the school with Terra's brother Geoforce, and after realizing that she's happy, they both leave without seeing her, but she sees them and smiles, implying that she knows who they are. Now, whether if you want to take the tie-in comic canon as the show canon is entirely up to you. After searching the internet for hours, I was able to dig up an old interview with the Teen Titans show creator Glenn Murakami, and when asked about Terra's story in the series finale, he stated that, "I think the thing people don't realize about Terra is she wasn't cut out to be a superhero. She had superpowers, but she wasn't cut out for that, and I think that's what makes the character interesting," confirming that the girl in the end was Terra. Now, Terra's return wasn't the only mystery that left fans with more questions than answers. There's another person whose identity is still a mystery to this day. Yes, I'm talking about Red X, the masked thief who knew all of the Titans' moves and always seemed one step ahead of them. Someone who felt personal, like he was connected to the Titans in a way that no other villain was. Now, like with Terra, if you're a Teen Titans fan, then you know how Red X started. Originally, it wasn't some mystery villain, it was Robin, a disguise he created as a part of his plan to get close to Slade. But after that plan fell apart, Robin locked the suit up for good. But later on, it was revealed that someone else took it. Someone who knew exactly how to use it and how to hurt the Titans with it. Which begs the question of who was the second Red X. Some people believe that it's Jason Todd, the former second Robin, choosing to antagonize Dick Grayson. Other people think that it's an older version of Dick Grayson himself, coming from the future. And some people believe that it's Brick Pederoso, who was introduced in the mainline Titans comics. After looking at all of the theories, the one that makes the most sense to me is Jason Todd. Like, just think about it. Jason Todd was the second Robin, so he has a direct connection to Batman and Robin, which will also explain his elite combat skills, gadgets, and his strategy, being that he would have learned it from Batman. Both Jason and Red X walk the line between being a hero and a villain at times, making them both an anti-hero. It also explains why he likes to tease and torment Robin. After the Under the Red Hood story, Jason spent a few times battling the other Robins, so I could definitely see the parallels. And while Jason was never introduced in the Teen Titans show, his character was mentioned when the Titans were trying to figure out Red X's identity. I also don't think that it's a coincidence that Red X appeared in Teen Titans a couple months before Jason Todd was brought back into the comics. And going back to the other theories, I don't think that it's a future version of Dick Grayson, mainly because Red X doesn't feel like a broken down version of Robin. He feels like an entirely different character. And being that we saw Nightwing in the future, Red X looks smaller to be considered a future version of Robin. I could see it making more sense if it was an evil version of Robin from a different timeline, but then it would have made more sense to follow that up with the original story throughout the season. And for the theories saying that it's Brick Pederoso, it can't be him because his character isn't canon to the series. He's only canon to the comics. And even if we made his character canon to the series, he's known as being the third or fourth Red X, meaning that there was still a version of Red X before him. To me, the best theory is the Jason Todd theory. And going back to that interview from earlier, when Murakami was asked about the creation of Red X, he stated that he did come up with the identity, but he didn't tell the interviewer. But he did say that when he looked at Red X as a character, he saw it as Robin having to fight his brother, and he didn't mean it biologically, possibly hinting at it being Jason Todd, but never with a definitive answer. And while Red X's identity is still a mystery, there's another shadow that never fully left the Titans, Slade. After his apparent death at the end of season 2, the Titans believed that they were finally free of him, but then he came back as a pawn of Trigon to enforce his will. And after realizing that Trigon was playing him, he teamed up with the Titans to take Trigon down, and remained alive with his new body. But here's where things get strange. After all the chaos he caused, Slade never showed up in season 5. No grand comeback, no final plan to break the Titans, at least not in person. Because when he finally did appear again, it wasn't really him. It was just a robot, which only adds to the mystery. If that wasn't the real Slade, where was he? Was he truly done? Or was he scheming another plan? Some fans believe that he was operating from the shadows, quietly plotting to take over the Brotherhood of Evil. But that never ended up happening, and there were also rumors of him returning in season 6 to become a main villain again, along with Blackfire and other characters. But I couldn't find anything concrete, leading Slade's whereabouts and current plans to be a mystery. And that's the thing about Teen Titans. It was never afraid to sit with the unknown. It let the questions linger, and even while it may be annoying at times, they always say that the stories that stay with you the longest are the ones that never give you all the answers. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and if you have your own theory or agree with some of the theories in this video, drop a comment down below. And with that being said, I'm Shanadachi, and I'm out.